Brodie, it must be much nicer to come into work on a Monday coming off a win like that.
Yeah, it definitely is. Going to the showdown is always a bit more of a build-up during the week, obviously, and we were really confident going into it that if we played our best footy, we'd go over the top. But wasn't expecting a victory like that, so it's pretty happy today.
What clicked so well for you?
I just think our ball movement, we're able to move the ball through them really well and get our forwards out the back, and obviously guys like Eddie, JJ and Lynchy kicked a lot of goals between them, so I think that's probably the main thing from today. Our defenders stopped their entries and then we were able to counter-attack really well.
How close to you, sort of a perfect performance was that?
It wasn't a perfect performance. We gave them far too many inside 50s, and like I said, thankfully the defenders were able to stand up and take the ball the other way. But obviously we're really pleased with how we went, and we'll review the game later today. But there's still some areas we need to improve on.
So whose fault was that, the conceding inside 50s? Who took the blame for that?
Well, we haven't reviewed it yet, but as defenders we always like to pass that on to the mids and have a crack at them. But we've had a big focus on team defence, and if one area isn't quite on top of their game, the backs were able to step up and stop the inside 50s. So, but at the same time, it's a team effort, and we all got to work together in defence.
With that ball movement, like you're at the back obviously and seeing it unfold, were there holes there that maybe weren't there the week before, or were you just better at taking the options?
Well, we've done a lot of work over our kicking. Obviously, it was something that let us down last year, and the pre-season was a big focus on the kicking, and we were just able to hit targets a lot better yesterday, and shift their defence around and find our way out the back, which was really pleasing.
You've got some real speed up forward too, haven't you? I'd imagine that's pretty important in getting those over the back goals, like Eddie and Josh even and Wayne.
Yeah, that's right, and Mitch McGovern as well, he's got some good wheels, so we had to focus on just trying to get it out the back of their press and let those quick guys go to work, and thankfully for us it worked. Yeah.
How good's that forward line?
It's very good. It's really clicking at the moment, and they're working together really well, and a lot of blocks and things go on that you don't see so much on the TV as well. So they're really being unselfish and working together, and Big Josh is stepping up as well and kicking lots of goals, and then the little guys are getting around him. So it's really working well.
So as a defender running forward, just seeing so many options must make your eyes light up. Yeah,
there's a lot of options moving around there, and Tommy Lynch is always working his backside off. Almost swore then. And also the big guys like Tex and JJ gives you confidence to kick it in there, and you're going to get a contest as well. So it's really good, and we got guys like Charlie, Riley Knight, and Menzel as well, all performing in the SNFL. So it's a bit of a headache for the forward coach, but really pleasing for us.
Is the forward line as good as any there is running around?
It's hard to make comparisons, but we're just worrying about our team at the moment. But definitely, if they keep playing the way they're playing, they're really dangerous, and we're really happy with them.
How was Don after the win?
It was really good. He was really composed. He obviously we sang the song and got the new guys in the middle for their first win, and really enjoyed that. And then he got us straight in the rooms, and we had a quick review of the game, and from there we just moved on, and now we've got to review the game today and move on to Richmond.
What are you expecting from them this week? Obviously they had the last gasp disappointment. What are you expecting?
Obviously they'll be very disappointed in how the game ended, and I'm sure they'll come out firing, just like any other round. So, like I said, we just got to review the game and see what we can work on, and then we'll worry about the areas we need to improve on and what Richmond are going to bring, and we'll go from there.
They've been a bit of a bogey side. They've won 4 of the past 6 against you. Why is that?
It's a hard one to put your finger on, I guess. They're a dangerous side when they're up and going, and we haven't been able to get over them as much as we would have liked. So not sure what exactly is going on with them when we've played them, but like I said, we'll just have to improve on not letting so many inside 50s this week, and that'll probably be our main focus going into the game.
Is there also any lessons to be learned from 2 weeks ago playing over there?
Yeah, obviously it was the first run Eddie had for the year, and the ball moves a bit quicker around there, and we'll be able to take the experience of that game into this week. And but if we're able to move the ball like we did on the weekend, I'm sure that'll go a long way to us getting over the top.
How does Josh Jenkins get free close to goal so much?
I think Port are a pretty pressing side, and like I said, if we're able to move the ball around him and then get the ball out the back to Big JJ, but he's pretty quick for a big guy. So, but like I said, there's a lot of those little blocks that go on that you don't see on TV as well. So they're all really working together to get guys open.
Rory Laird had a breakout season last year, but he keeps improving. What's he been doing to do that? And he's just on fire on the weekend.
Yeah, he just keeps finding the footy, Laird. He's been working really hard. I know last year he did a lot of work with Daniel Talia on his professional side of the game and getting his body right, and he's flowed on into this year in pre-season. He had a really good pre-season. He started the year well, so I'm sure he'll just keep going forward, and it's really good to have someone like him attacking out of the back line.
You got the table already is like really tight. There's so many teams who won and then lost, and vice versa. How important is it to get ahead of the ledger early in the season even?
Yeah, it is. It's going to be a really tight season. I think you saw on the weekend there was a few games that upsets on the weekend, and so I think it's going to happen throughout the whole year. And the more games you can get on the board early, it sets you up for the rest of the year. So, but in saying that, we're just taking it 1 week at a time as we always do, and we're just worried about beating Richmond this week.
Your 100th come up quickly. Does it seem like that to you?
Yeah, it has. Yeah, it's happened really quickly. It feels like not long ago I was lining up for my first game, and now we've got to 100. So it's happened really quick, and but it's obviously a massive honour to be able to get to this game, and but at the same time, just hoping we can get over the line on the weekend. Has
your father forgiven you yet?
Yeah, he has. He had the Crows polo on the weekend, so he's definitely converted now, and he's obviously as proud as ever, and he was a Port supporter, but obviously he's moved across now, and definitely a Crows supporter.
And he'd be glad of that, I suppose, coming out of the weekend. Did he mention that to you, that swapped at the right time?
Yeah, definitely. I think the first time he wore a Crows polo, Port actually got over the line and he copped a bit, so I think he celebrated with the Talias on the weekend with their parents, so he's very happy.